Hi, Gene Burnett here from GeneBurnett.com. Today I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about something that's important to me, and it's something that I call martial honesty. And what that means is I really value martial honesty, and what that means to me is that I don't lie to myself or to other people about what I can do martially or not. In other words, for instance, I don't train in combat, in self-preservation skills out on the street. I haven't been in a fight since I was in 8th grade, and I'm 54 years old. I study a martial art. I call it a martial art. I use martial training exercises. I know how to punch, I know how to kick, I know how to target something and go after it. But punching air in a Tai Chi form, or punching a bag, or a compliant and willing cooperative partner, or doing slow motion or even slightly fast motion, kind of sparring exercises, is not the same thing as fighting. It's not the same thing as real fighting against a mobile opponent who doesn't want to get hit, who's trying to hit you when your body is full of adrenaline and they're full of adrenaline. So I don't train that way, so I can't really speak to that. I can't really tell people, my students or whatever, this will work in a fight, or when they do this, you do that, that'll counter this will generally do that. I don't know. So when I train in that stuff and I talk about applications, I'll say, well, in theory, what you're doing here is blocking a punch and coming underneath it and say punching to the ribs, and we'll drill it a little bit as a partner exercise, and maybe we'll even drill it kind of hard, and we'll play with it a little bit. But I don't claim that this will necessarily work on the street, or that I know how to do it on the street. I think that's really important, because I think there's a lot of people teaching self-defense who have never been in a fight. And you can teach some skills, you can teach some principles. I teach principles of that stuff, and I tell people what I think is decent advice, but I always qualify it with, and I don't know for sure, because I've never been in this situation. I don't know. The best tactic for an average person is often run away. We have a movement called rollback in Tai Chi, where the blow is coming, and you bring your hand up and you kind of meet it and merge with it and ease it off the path. And we practice that. People throw punches or pushes and stuff, and you ease it off the path and stuff like that. But against a punch that's like that, that doesn't work. That's hard. You're just going to get hit if you're trying to roll back that, unless you're really, really good. I've seen some people who are very good at those kind of things and they can do it, but I'm not going to tell someone, hey, if somebody really comes at you, roll back. They're going to get creamed. So unless you really know what you're doing and have trained at real speeds, real scenarios, and real fighting, guys I really respect, like Adam Chan and Tommy Carruthers and Steve Smith, train in scenario situations and train with some speed and train with some impact. That's different. They can speak to stuff like that I can't. So I think the first step towards that martial honesty is to be honest with yourself. Really ask yourself, do I know how to do what I'm telling somebody? Do I really know that this will work from experience? Have I tried it 100 times against the punch that's really coming? If not, it's all theory. And theory's fine. Theory can be great for your health. And there was a colleague guy on a video recently that I really liked. I forgot his name, unfortunately. He was talking about the difference between perfection techniques and self-preservation techniques. And the perfection techniques are what I call martial training, martial exercises, ways to move your body, self-protective patterns, all the good, healthy alignment and relaxation and physics and principles of being a physical body on earth. But self-preservation, what you do in an actual fight when someone's really coming at you, that's a whole different story. Maybe those principles kick in, maybe they don't. But you don't know for sure if something will work until you've used it and it's worked. It's amazing, you don't take guitar lessons from someone who doesn't know how to play guitar, right? You don't take cooking lessons from someone who's never cooked, but you might end up taking self-defense lessons from someone who's never been in a fight, So I don't recommend doing that. If someone's talking like they know what they're doing, ask them, have you tried it? When was the last time you did that in a fight? Have you tried that against a non-cooperative, seriously, full-on, honest attack? And if they say no, then say, well, why are you talking like this works? I think if you haven't done it, you should qualify it like I do. I go, well, this is the idea behind this. It's a nice idea. It's very difficult to do in real time, and maybe it'll kick in for you in real time, and maybe it won't. But if you want to train that, you got to find someone who really knows how to do it, who can really do it. So that's my little talk on martial honesty. I think it's really important to face yourself first and really tell the truth about what you can and cannot do, regardless of your art. And then, if you can teach 70% of an art, hey, teach 70% of the art. Tell your students that that's what you're doing. I mean, I'm really good at taking people who have no coordination, balance, or strength at all and getting them up to being pretty competent in their bodies, to feeling more balanced and more healthy and more relaxed. That's a wonderful thing to get I could get a bunch of people up to the base camp, I maybe can't take them to the top of the mountain with the martial applications because I don't know what it's like at that level, but hey, if I can get them up to the base camp, maybe Tommy or Steve or Adam or someone else can take them all the way to the top. And if they've been with me first, you'll appreciate it because they won't be completely uncoordinated. They'll know their left from their right. They'll know how to touch their nose even with their eyes closed. Every step has value if you're honest about it. Tell the truth about it. Don't pretend you're something you're not. And the world will be a better place, and we'll all get better at what we're doing. So thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of thing. I do Tai Chi videos, nature videos, and lots of music videos. Or you can visit my site, geneburnett.com. Thanks for listening.